Kate, just a quick look at the Sun. Obviously, we've covered this in quite a lot of detail already this morning. But this latest alleged victim of Jimmy Savile has come forward.
Well, the reason I just wanted to mention this is because I heard someone mention in broadcasting, I've had enough now, the Savile thing's just going on, and I'm done with it. And I absolutely understand that. However, every single report, every single challenge to this is a child that has been through abuse. I heard also at the weekend that one in 2 reports of child abuse are not reported, so 1 in 2 cases are not reported. I would like to see very much that we continue to make sure all of this reporting is done. However, as we do on television, documentaries and dramas now, I would like some helpline. I would like some information here of charities that can help children that are going through this now on every single article that appears, so that actually if you are going through this, what we have to do is say, how can we stop this continuing to happen again? And we have to give information and support and allow the openness for people to come forward. I think that's the thing we're missing. So on every single article, I would like to see at least.
I totally concur with you that the fact of the matter is, now we're talking about it now, there should be a strap underneath it.
Absolutely.
Because if this sparks a memory in
Yes.
someone's mind or encourage them to do something, they need to be given the help that they need.
Every article should carry it.
And I suppose that's it. If there's something positive that can come out of
Yes.
it, it might be that
Definitely.
people who've been living with this for years and years and years feel that they can finally speak out about it.
I would love to see this happen. I don't understand why it isn't.
Interesting. Well, if memory serves you right, Childline, if you are affected by it, is 0800 1111. And
There
that'll
we
get
go.
you through there.
Stephen has just started the ball rolling. Well done.
Well, it's a
Needs
good
to be-
idea. Let's hope we
it is a
keep it
good
going.
idea. It needs to be done.
Kevin, to the Telegraph, the EU rules always cause controversy, but this is really serious, according to doctors.
Well, it's saying that the EU has now got another new directive which says that doctors shouldn't work more than 48 hours in a week, which means that patient care is the continuity is not going to be there, because if a doctor's working 48 hours a week, you're going to see a different doctor probably every second day, and that's not what patients need, especially when you're at that stage where you're vulnerable, and the continuity of treatment that you need, you need the same doctor to be there. And these guys are used to working 12-hour shifts, and now they've been told that they have to curtail these, and it's not good.
But isn't there another argument to say, and we know how hard doctors and junior doctors work, that actually they reach a point of being so tired, the level of care they give is at risk?
I don't think they ever go beyond that. I think that their shift pattern is such that they know exactly what they're doing, and they know exactly how far they can go. And they never walk the ward on their own. So there's always one person, or there's always 2 people, maybe sometimes even 3, so that if mistakes are made, there's someone to second or even third what's going on the ward. And to tell that person you're going to walk, when a doctor walks a ward, it probably takes them maybe an hour. You think that within the context of their day, they're not going to get a lot done. They're not going to get a lot done.
To the Guardian, front page of the Guardian, interestingly, Kate, having a go at front pages. They're sexist, apparently.
Well, I mean, I know this was mentioned earlier on as well, but it's a fascinating insight in terms of the balance of male journalism against female journalism, but also then they also have looked at this trial period and looked at the imagery within the period and how much of it is just centred in terms of female imagery on the Middletons and the crime victim, Madeleine McCann. So I just think this, to me, portrays a challenge that is constantly there in terms of, do we need to set quotas here? Do we need to do something
Oh, you
to make sure
can't
it's more
regulate that. But there's an argument, isn't there? Because whatever might need to change within the industry, there's also the argument they put things on the front page that make the papers sell.
Well, absolutely. And my point on this is that I just believe we need to get more role models out there of both sexes so that we can make sure that we have got more reporting that can be done that isn't just this fixation on celebrity, this isn't this fixation on the goodies and the baddies as pantomime type reporting. I think we just need to get more stories out generally on role models, which I think will help encourage male and female journalism.
And we need to stop the female bashing. It's really funny, you know, most of the articles that bash the Middletons, say, for example, or other women that are out there are written by women. So it's females on females that actually do more bashing.
But that's what's expected of them, isn't it? That's what they're
no,
saying.
it's not expected. It's what they pander to it. That's exactly what they do.
I think in the media it is expected. I think that's the sort of thing that they're wanting to read. I mean, someone talked about, is it Claire Baldwin that talked about the
No, it's not what you know. It's not what they want to read. It's what's written, and then they read it. So for me, if it was written in a different way, you still pick up the same paper and you read it. It's how you write something.
Where does the change come from then? It's got to change. Where does the
I
change
don't know.
come from?
I think it's a very, very odd mix of
with the pen.
supply and demand.
The person with the pen.
It's very difficult to work out what is supply and what is demand. people do. You're right. People take what they're offered to some degree,
yes.
but they put various things on the front page, and they say a 10-15% increase in sales, and that's the driving factor, isn't it?
More mouth paint for me, more culturally good role models, I think, is needed.
Well, I tell you what, but talk about a change in role models, which we haven't seen for a while, all down to the Great British Bake Off. Because we're down to 3 men.
Yes, not that I watch it every week or it's on my Sky Plus, because
It's all the stuff you can't eat.
But everybody else seems to watch it,
I'm
don't
hip
they?
and I'm cool. I watch it every
Does this
week.
go back
It's
to middle
absolutely-
class thing? He's saying he doesn't watch it, but he does.
All the stuff that you
I
wish
listen
you
to
could
Jay-Z.
cook.
I'm cool. I'm hip. No, I love the Great British Bake Off. It's an absolutely amazing show. Funny, entertaining. There's tears. There's drama. And the last woman standing went out last week, and now we're down to a 3-man Bake Off this week. Tomorrow night.
Yeah. What is it that's about the programme that's so fascinating? Is the fact because times of austerity, actually, it's cheaper to go out and bake your own stuff and return to those old...
It's so expensive to bake your own cakes.
It's not.
Oh, no, no,
not.
sorry. It's so expensive to bake your own cakes. You buy ingredients from scratch to make a cake, trust me.
Not if you buy basic ingredients, not if you buy your fancy bits and bobs.
nice.
No, it doesn't taste as nice. And
Yeah.
the Bake Off is just one of those things. They use like they use elaborate cakes and elaborate patterning. It's just it's so great. And
Just
Brendan, the guy on the end
Yeah.
with the glasses on there, from the throwback from the 70s. He gets ribbed every week about this cake looks like it's from the 70s. Most of his imagery is from the 70s, so that's why all his cakes look like that. Leave the poor guy alone. I don't think he'll win, but I think it's going to be a great show tomorrow.
Yeah, it is. My money's on John Waite, actually, the guy in the middle. I think he's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. There you go. I do a bit of baking, I'll have you know, and it doesn't cost me very much money because I'm real skinflint.
We've never seen any of that, though.
No,
Bring it
no one's
down.
ever tasted it either.
Well, I've already
Say.
promised Isabel some gingerbread, actually.
You
so I've got to
get
do that
out
for
what
this
you put
weekend.
in, you see.
That's very true. A lot of love in my baking. I want to finish off on the story we were covering a little bit earlier on about songs banned from funerals or crematoriums. Because a lot of people like a bit of levity, don't they? But a lot of
Yes.
songs have been banned, like Burn Baby Burn, Disco Inferno at the Crem. And you can sort of
Bat Out of
understand
Hell
it. Yeah, Bat
is
Out of
another
Hell.
one.
But you've had quite a lot of tweets on this, haven't you,
Yeah,
Charlotte?
so a lot of people getting in touch with what songs they would like. Kay Green says, I want Yesterday, All My Troubles Seem So Far Away, played at my funeral. Fiona Krish wants Insomnia by Faithless. Scott's great uncle had Always Look on the Bright Side of Life. And Gary says he has a stammer. He would like the end theme tune from Looney Tunes played with Porky Pig's That's All, folks, at the end.
That's really good.
And just a quick one from Tony, who says he would have Living in a Box by Living in a Box.
Let us know what you think. That's Sky Stephen, that's Sky Charlotte this morning. Thank you very much indeed. Good to see you. Let's have a check on the back pages this morning.